Nowadays, more and more people are dedicating time to studying English as a second language. Many countries include English in their schools, and children are starting to learn English at a younger and younger age. But what is the true value of learning English? Hey guys, welcome to Good Listening Podcast. This is a brand new episode where I'm going to answer that very popular question students usually ask. Why English is so important? Let's get started. Whether you are looking for a new job or planning to travel the world, studying English can help you progress in life, both personally and professionally. You can actually compete in the global job market, increase your career skills, and start to meet people around the world. However, do you know why learning English is so important? I would like to share with you some of the reasons why you should start learning and improving your English as soon as possible. The first reason, which you might already know, is that English is a global language. It's easy to see just how important English is around the world. Many international businesses conduct meetings in English, universities teach courses in English, and around the world, tourists and travelers use English as a common language. But how did English become a global language? Well, it all goes back to the British Empire, which at its peak covered 25% of the Earth's surface. During colonial times, British rulers forced the people in those countries to speak English. Oh yes, the origins and the story of English as a global language have a complicated past. However, the language has left an important mark on media, trade, and business. The British Empire colonized a quarter of the planet after starting a trading business with Asia and Africa. Before that, only on the island English was spoken. Very soon after trading business, the English started to settle worldwide, so naturally, the language began to spread. Very quickly, it became the language of the educated people and trading business, and the main tool of poetry and philosophy. I bet you didn't know that, right? But let me tell you another thing. The USA has also a lot to do with English expansion. The spreading of the English language between and after the two world wars was even more significant. The period between the two world wars was a really tough one. The USA, however, started to spread its business trading all over the world, just like the British Empire did in the previous centuries, which made the language continue spreading and making more and more people use it. This way, the usage of the language had never stopped. It only continued the British impact. Obviously, American English and British English have some differences, but they are generally only two variations of one language. We also have to mention the USA domination of music and film. The USA influenced a lot to the world, especially in the niche of music and film. Rock and roll, jazz, and other popular music and movies became so popular and favorite that they influenced people all over the world. As for the film, during the 1960s, with social changes and the hippie movement, the new form of movies became famous not only in the USA but also in other countries. Thanks to music and movies, English became the language of the masses and the one language to help people from every part of the world connect and communicate with each other. Reason number 2. Studying English can help you get a job. It might not surprise you now that English is the most widely spoken language in the world. This means that the ability to speak English comes with many advantages that may make your life easier. A significant advantage of having a good command of spoken English is that it increases your chances of getting a job, as it is considered by many to be the primary language for international business. So it might be a good idea to take the time to invest in learning and improving your English language skills. No business person in the world doesn't speak English, at least on a decent proficiency level. Those who speak it on a more advanced level always have nice opportunities to climb up the stairs and get a better chance for a good job. I also think it is very interesting that as much as they seem distant, business and traveling are actually closely connected. So no wonder that English is also the language of travel. Whichever country you visit, the locals will likely speak English than your native language. Moreover, there are so many English-speaking countries all across the world, among different nations and colors, that it became the standard language to speak with others. I'm very sure that you are pretty convinced at this point that learning English is an important skill for you, but let me share with you some final reasons why English is so important. Reason number 3 is that English is the language of internet and technology. During the American expansion to the world and the influence of music and Hollywood movies, they invented the internet. Therefore, English became sort of a superpower and unofficial language of the internet. The reason why English is a particularly important language online is because more than half the content on the internet is written in English. As well as this, some of the world's largest tech companies are based in English-speaking countries. Moreover, the hardware for all the technologies uses English and the keyboard the Latin alphabet. Scientists also use English for their paperwork and research, so their colleagues from other countries can see the latest information or share their experience. And finally, reason number 4, English is easy to learn. Sure, English isn't the easiest language to learn, but it definitely isn't among the hardest ones either. The pronunciation sometimes can be challenging, especially to learn to read and write because it seems like just when you get it, there's no logic in it. Apart from that, English is spoken in practically every part of the world, so it can be pretty easy to find a professional English tutor or helpful and efficient language learning resources. Moreover, today everything on the internet is in English, so even if you don't want to learn the language, you will know at least the basics. Exposure to the English world and language is available to everyone through media, books, music, films, and every little thing that can come to your mind. I could continue with the reasons on and on of why is English considered the global language, and still we wouldn't finish naming them. However, I think that you are now familiar with how English is essential and why all the planet speaks it. Now that you are aware by yourself, what stops you from learning this global language? With all the English resources available on the internet and excellent English tutors worldwide to practice with, now it's the perfect time to start learning English or improve your English skills. So don't wait any longer and start right away.